Hey Cosmonites, it's DJ here, one half for Deeper Than Most. So check this out, we're doing our first ever cash giveaway. Isn't that exciting? So, you're probably wondering how you could enter. All you have to do is leave a rating and review. Look at that, a rating and review, wherever you listen to our podcast. And if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to comment and subscribe. Make sure you screenshot your proof and send it out to us on Instagram or email us at deeperthanmostpc@gmail.com. The winner will be announced Tuesday, so my advice to you, stay light, stay bright, and enjoy.
Something feels off.
A little bit.
That was weird. What is this?
Ooh, we got a message from whoever or whatever, because what is this?
Wow. Okay. Hold on. We have to tell everybody about our find, okay?
Okay, yo.
Welcome back to Deeper Than Most. I'm your host, Sal.
And I'm your host, DJ.
And we are back with episode 24 today. Oops. And it appears that we have received a special envelope from a mysterious force. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, should we jump into this and see what it is?
Yeah, let's check it out.
It says official classified Q&A, episode 24. So I think we should definitely open this up and dive in. Yeah, I'll let you do the honors.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
I'm nervous. What if it's something bad, you guys?
Oh, it says time to get deep.
Ooh.
And on the other side, classified info.
Oh.
Let's see what's up.
Meanwhile, Oliver is being a crackhead in the back. Q&A time.
Snap.
Oh my God.
Pretty cool.
So we're doing our first ever Q&A. That's what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds
It's only
good to me.
right. It's only right. Hold on. It looks like it has boxes that we have to check so we can go through each question.
Yeah.
So we need a pen. Well, what do you know?
Okay.
A pen. Okay. Cool. Now we got everything we need. So let's get started on this Q&A. Wow. There's a lot of questions. So we asked you guys to send us questions for our first ever Q&A. And here we are answering your questions. So this is going to be really fun and exciting.
Yes.
And there's some good questions.
Some of these actually look pretty cool.
You guys came in clutch. So, should we just bounce back and forth one-on-one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we'll just mark as we go, I guess?
Yeah.
All right. First question is, do you think we'll ever find out what our purpose as humans is?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I don't think so. I do not think so.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Why?
It's a lot that goes into
Too much
it,
shit.
and there's so much we don't understand and so much we're not meant to understand. So I don't think we'll
That's
ever
true,
get
but like,
there.
why?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we'll ever find out our purpose because at the end of the day, like, what if there isn't one? Like,
Yeah.
what if this is just all bullshit just cause?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, there could be a purpose, but I feel like it's too complex for us as humans to understand.
yeah, the comprehension of something like that is crazy.
And even if we were told, like, what our purpose is, we probably still wouldn't understand.
We probably, it's not even,
Because it's probably bigger than us.
I think it's more or less, we wouldn't believe it. We wouldn't believe that would be our purpose because it's
Yeah.
like, it probably wouldn't fit what we
Our
want it to-
narrative.
Yeah,
what we
to be.
want. Yeah.
So, question number 2. Do you think the moon landing was fake? I mean...
Oh, this is a good one.
it was a weird time, so...
I feel like...
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like... Okay. the moon landing being fake is something that I could see the government trying to set up. But at that time, specifically, them faking something that complex, I just don't see it working out as good as it did. For you to be questioning it, like, is it real? Is it fake? I think that if it is fake, they did a damn good job.
Yeah,
and
they did a great
if
job.
that's the case, I don't know. Like, I just don't think it was possible at that time to do such a good job.
Yeah, nah. I full and wholeheartedly believe it could have been faked.
Really?
Yeah. Because if you can...
that's a tough one. That's one of those conspiracies where it's just like...
you don't know because you weren't in that, in
gut-wrenching. Yeah, because, like, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. So, question number 3 is, what started the podcast / where did the idea come from? Oof. So, what started the podcast? I would say just us having conversation. Like, we love to talk. Me specifically.
And then we threw it out there. It was like, shit, what if we just start a podcast?
Yeah, and talked to each other with you guys. Like,
well, we
I don't know.
Got on from there.
Definitely, yeah. We both love to talk, especially about all the topics that we do talk about. Like, him and I just talk about that stuff anyway.
It's like
so we thought it would be, we thought it would be fun to, like, broaden the conversation and bring more people into the loop. So, and where did the idea come from?
Honestly, me personally, I've been watching and listening to podcasts for a while, so I've always thought it was cool the fact that we talk about the stuff that we talk about, and how we talk about it. It was just like, okay, we can definitely make something out of it.
It's not a huge community that caters to what we talk about. Like, we talk about not just true crime, not just conspiracies, but we talk about a bulk of things, and I felt like us bringing something different to the table was what the podcast community needed. And yes, we are small, but we're mighty. Tiny, but mighty. And I don't know, I think for me, just talking about things that we enjoy, you know?
Okay, that's number 4. Where did the name DTM come from? And
I have a story about that.
Yeah. You want to go and tell?
Yeah, so the name Deeperthanmost, we were in Georgia. We were sitting there trying to figure out, what are we going to name this shit? Yeah, we want to start a podcast. We know what we want to talk about. And, we have the style down and all of this, but we need a name. And so originally, I had came up with the name, what was it, The Good Stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was either taken or we just kind of decided on something else because
we were doing a name generator, and most of the names that we did were taken already, and plus even the ones you thought of were taken too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So The Good Stuff, it was either already taken, but also it, like, once we sat down and figured out, okay, this is our niche, this is what we're talking about, The Good Stuff, like, yeah, it would have been cool, but it doesn't really go with what we talk about. And so The Good Stuff is just a very broad, general name. And because the stuff we do talk about is good. But with Deeperthanmost, like he said, we did use a name generator. And what did it give us the whole name? I don't think it gave us the whole name.
No, it said Deeperthanmost, and we're like, no, that doesn't really, it just doesn't ring right. So like we changed it a little bit, and plus we had to look to make sure it wasn't taken. So
yeah, we did check to make sure it wasn't taken, but also Deeperthanmost, it just made sense because we get deeper than most other podcasts, and thus Deeperthanmost was born. So yeah, and I just feel like that name just fits so much better. DTM, like Deeperthanmost. We get deep on here, deeper than most. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. So, yeah, that's question number 4. And question number 5 is, if we were the ones who had all of the knowledge about what mankind calls aliens, what would we do with it? So, would we blend in and use this information to better the world or for personal gain? Ooh, that's a good one and a deep one. I'll let you go first. So if you knew about aliens, like, you knew if they existed or not, you knew what they were capable of, and you had knowledge of whatever the aliens told you about Earth or the world 20 billion years from now, what would you do with that information?
I mean, Me personally, I would love to try and integrate it and use it for good purposes.
So you would use it to better the world. Okay. I think for me, I wouldn't use it for like personal gain, but I definitely would keep it under wraps at first for a while, because not everybody needs to hear that type of information.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's probably why the government hasn't released the goods just yet. But
Like,
eventually I would definitely...
It's because they're like trickling it out. They're like slowly.
Because they know we're not ready.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think I would just come out and be like, hey, I know everything. You know, like I would wait and just wait to see if humanity is ready in my lifetime. I don't know.
I doubt it will be for a long time.
Yeah, and if it's not, like, I would create like a, what is it called? Not a time capsule. Is it a time capsule? Where you like put all types of random stuff, and then you like, capsule. Yeah, I would make like an alien time capsule, so that way when I die, somebody has the chance of finding it, and then they can use it for whatever purpose they want. So, yeah. But I don't think straight up just telling the world is good.
No. That's the thing. I wouldn't straight up tell them either. I'd probably just, like, keep the information, but just, like, start using it. Just, you know.
Yeah.
So, number 6. What do you think about them putting fluoride in our water? Is it sus?
Ooh. Honestly, I didn't even know they were doing that shit.
Considering that they've been doing it for a long time.
How long?
It's been a while. It's been a couple decades, actually.
Honestly, I didn't even know that they were doing that.
Yeah.
Oof.
And considering how fluoride can cause memory loss, it's kind of scary. It's very scary.
Oh, that is suspicious as hell.
So, in my personal opinion...
That's why! All I fucking drink is water, babe. And, like, I kid you not, my short-term memory is, like, low-key trash. What if that's why?
Could be.
Because what did we think it was? What'd you say?
Benadryl, but...
Yeah, because Benadryl also can aid in that, you know, memory loss. And I take allergy pills a lot because my allergies are always fucking with me. But I only drink water. Like, that's all I drink.
Yeah.
Wait, so is this talking about tap water or...
Yes, tap water.
Oh, wow.
And even,
Damn.
I mean, they might not do it with bottled water, but bottled water also is kind of bad for you.
God
well,
damn.
It also depends on the brand.
So why does everybody say water's so good?
I mean, it
Sick of
is,
this.
essentially. It is.
Everything's a lie.
You know.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely think that's suspicious.
Yeah.
Fluoride in water, what's the point? Like, honestly, why do they put it in there?
Now, that I don't remember specifically, but I just know they put it in there.
So there's no good reason.
No, more than likely not, though.
So question number 7 is, what do you think happens to us after we die? Do you think we go to heaven or something else?
I don't want to... because I'm not the type of person to just chop it up and say we're going to go to heaven or hell or nothing, because that's not my place.
Just black and white.
Yeah, that's not my place to do that. But I definitely believe the way you live your life determines how your afterlife is going to go. So definitely try to be on your best behavior. You know, try to be a good person as much as you can.
Makes sense.
I'll put it like that.
Because whether there is a heaven or not, like, yeah, you don't want to be on the shitty end of the stick.
You don't want that. But, especially for the rest of eternity. Like,
yeah. I almost want to say, if we're talking simulation terms, I would say you go back to the main character screen and character select. Yeah. And just start again. But if you think about it, that can kind of go hand in hand with reincarnation.
Exactly.
But I don't know. Reincarnation is just one of those things where it's like there's just a lot of factors you have to include. Like, okay, is everybody worth being reincarnated? Does everybody get reincarnated? How many times? Like, it's just a whole thing. So I would say on simulation terms, yeah, we just go back to the character select screen. But if there is like an afterlife, I would just say we probably go, like, we stay, I don't know how to say it. So not necessarily heaven, but we go to a different realm.
So kind of like a purgatory type deal.
Yes, yeah. I think it's something more along the lines of that. I don't think, because I hate to say this, and it doesn't, okay, I hate to be this person, but like, where's heaven?
Well,
It can't be in the clouds because what's past the clouds is space.
It's like a dimensional thing when they speak about it. So it's like the dimension above ours, in a sense.
So it's not in the clouds.
No.
So it'd be outside of space.
It'd be, outside of space and time, essentially, yeah.
I don't know. It just seems a little too far-fetched to me. Especially because heaven is so heavily polluted with it being in the clouds and in the sky. It's kind of like, how?
It's definitely a dimensional thing.
Yeah. Well, then I guess I kind of do believe in that then. But I just feel like it's a different realm that we linger in.
Yeah.
So it could still be on Earth, but it's still just a different realm itself. Or just somewhere in space.
I don't know, man. It's weird when you get into situations like that because, like I said, it's so interdimensional. Like, the way that we talk about planes of existence, like we have our spirit realm and we have the physical plane that we live in, but there's also others. So, I don't know.
That is true.
So, question number 8. What's that one conspiracy theory you believe in? 99.9%. And I'll let you answer that first. There's so many.
Yeah, there's too so damn many.
Huh.
Oh, that's hard. Honestly, for me, damn. Is it weird to say that I believe the hollow earth theory?
No.
A lot?
Yeah.
And simply because we don't damn know what's down there. Like, yeah, sure, in elementary school and stuff, we were taught in science that, the earth has a core, it has all these layers, a crust, all that good
but
stuff.
But the entire civilization, they didn't mention that part.
Exactly.
They didn't say shit about that.
But also, like, how the fuck do y'all know?
Right.
Like, make it make sense. Now, I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I feel like a hollow earth theory is pretty damn plausible. Plus, given all the information that has been, like, done and, like, brought forward about the hollow earth theory, it's some pretty damning shit. And if you don't know much about the hollow earth theory, I definitely recommend checking out episode 5. We talked about the hollow earth theory on there.
Check them out.
And there's some pretty damning evidence and some pretty wild theories surrounding the hollow earth theory. So that's one that I think would be really, really cool. And that I definitely believe could be a possibility. Oh, I don't want to say 99.9%, but it's definitely a possibility.
I'd say for me, it's more along the lines of the whole MK Ultra super soldier experiment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That I believe 100%. I don't even think that is a... I don't know. I don't think that's a... Well, it is a conspiracy. But that shit, there's no way that it's not real.
Yeah. That's the thing, yeah. There's no way it's not real.
Let us know if you guys want us to cover MK Ultra on that and all of the experiments. Because that's a wild.
Definitely got to check those out sometime.
That's a good one, though. I didn't expect you to say that. That's really good.
Yeah, super soldier thing is crazy.
It is. Oh, that's... Yeah. Okay, yeah. We're definitely going to have to cover that one of these days.
Yeah.
Question number 9. What's our favorite thing about producing the podcast? Oh.
My favorite thing is recording the whole thing.
Yeah, same.
I like recording it. It's fun. Because, like, we just sit here and we talk and...
I agree.
We share.
I agree. I think just, like, sitting down and unplugging and not being on your phone, not being on social media, like, not even watching TV, glued to the couch, like, we're actually sitting here just having organic, genuine, like, conversation, and that's what we love, is because it brings us closer, it helps us bond, and it just helps us, I don't know, like, just, what am I trying to say? Unplug. It helps us unplug. So yeah, that's my favorite part. That's your favorite part as well?
I just enjoy it. Like, it's just making it. It's a good experience.
It is.
I think more people should, like, take that time and just, even if you're not creating a podcast, record you and your partner, or you and your friends just talking to each other.
Yeah.
And see what you get out of it.
Just have fun.
Yeah. So, question number 10. In your opinion, what would be the worst way to die?
I hate this question.
I fuck with it.
Because I'm scared of how I'm going to die. I'm not scared of death itself, but I definitely have a fear of how, only because I just don't like pain. And I know if you're dying, like, it's definitely not going to be a fun experience.
I would say for me, the worst way to die, in my eyes, is getting poisoned.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds kind of brutal, actually.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're sitting there conscious in those last moments, like, while you're choking and like, damn, I'm about to die right now. And, like, probably the person that poisoned you is, like, right there, so you're just watching them and they're not doing anything. Oh, God, that would be scary as hell, yeah. As far as the worst way, I don't think that would be the worst. Because, like, is it painful? I don't think it's painful. I mean,
the only reason I say poison because you don't know how your body's going to react. So it could be painful, it could be not, like, it could not be painful. You could, like, so many different things could happen.
I think either, this sounds so brutal, but I think either being stabbed to death would be one of the worst just because of the pain. The pain would be... God. And I've heard cases where, like, people have been stabbed, like, numerous times, like, an abundance of times, like, hundreds of times, their whole body, and, like, they still weren't dead. So, I feel like that would be really, really terrible, really painful, but also, it's a tie between this and bleach.
Oh, yeah, like, definitely.
Bleach somebody pouring bleach down your throat or some shit, like, you burning from the inside. Yeah, no. That, one of those two would be the worst, in my opinion. Poison, though, it's interesting.
Because it's like, it's a toss-up. You don't know how your body's gonna react. Like,
yeah. I just feel like stabbing, like, you would be petrified in that moment.
I get that.
Yeah, somebody wielding, it's so personal. But bleach, I feel like that would just hurt. Like, you're burning from the inside. It's not even supposed to
touch your skin, so just imagine, like...
drinking that shit. It makes me think of,
I don't want to relive that.
That show, Them. If you haven't seen Them on Amazon, we recommend. It's wild. It's very graphic and harsh. But there's a scene with some bleach, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So, episode 11. Question 11 is, whether life is a simulation or not, will we ever know?
Considering how information is given to us and how we process information, I don't think we know. I don't think we'll ever know, like, 100% this is a simulation. Yeah.
I feel like we can probably get an idea and, like, come up with theories of, like, well, it might not be because of this, because of that, or it might be because of that and this. So I think it'll always be a toss-up, because how will we ever know? And, like, when we die, we might actually find out, but we're dead, and there's no way we can relay that information to everybody that's alive and here. Unless, like, you come back in your afterlife, but how often do you hear of ghosts spreading important information?
Right.
They just want to be seen.
Right. Like, and a lot of times it's not even about them being seen, it's just, like, that energy, so they don't even... So you wouldn't get anything out of that either.
Yeah. But, I don't think we would ever know. But I'm just gonna stand true to the fact that this shit is a simulation. This shit is all fake, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, honestly. Question number 12. If you could solve one unsolved true crime case, which would it be? Oof.
Only one? God damn. Just one.
I'm gonna just...
Out of all cases...
I'm gonna play it safe and go with John and nail this one.
Why?
I just want to know. Because even though we have our ideas, I just want to know. Like, I just want to definitively know, like...
Know if Burke did it or not?
Yeah.
He did. I'm playing. Let me stop. Yeah.
Gag on the show. Burke did it.
Literally. For me, John Bonet is good, though. That's really fucking good.
It's literally because I want to know, like, if it was... I just want to know. Like, that's it.
You know what I want to know? Elisa Lam.
Yes.
I want to know what the fuck.
That for
what
sure.
The fuck was that?
Because how?
Or Lam.
It's Lam.
Oh, yeah, Elisa Lam, I want to know. Because... Yeah, they just made a documentary trying to explain things and say that the hotel was haunted. But honestly, like...
They were trying to throw it on the Night Stalker at first, but
it's gotta be deeper than that. The Night Stalker, yeah, that shit's crazy. But yeah, Lisa Lamb or the Zodiac Killer. We just need to know. Like, we just need to know. We're so close.
Yeah.
So close. And, like, it wouldn't matter now because he's probably dead, but
just to know,
just
like,
to
who
know.
it was.
Like, you know, that would be wild. Especially because, like, we're so close. And they're still working on it. There's still leads. Yeah. And they're still cracking, like, the codes.
It's funny because, like, even though they're cracking the codes, the codes that they have cracked, they're all just, like,
nonsense.
Jokes. They're, like, jokes.
Gibberish.
Like,
bullshit.
Like, he's just bullshit. So it's like,
He was toying with them for sure.
Yeah.
So...
he slided it up.
The next question is question number 13, and it is, if aliens came and asked you to go with them, would you? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd go. For a plethora of reasons. But the main reason is because, get me the fuck out of here. I want to see what's out there.
For sure. And just, like, why not? We've been saying this, though.
Yeah, why
like,
not go?
We're ready to go. There's not shit left here on Earth. But I'm saying that as if there's something better beyond the clouds.
There may be. We don't know.
Yeah, that's why I would want to go. It's just to know. I just want to see.
But it would suck if we were to
But, like, willingly going? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Now, as far as being abducted, I'd probably be a little more scared because usually
it's for
experimental purposes, and I'm not trying to be experimented on.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, them just coming down here and they're like, hey, you want to hitch a ride back? Hell yeah. Where we going?
Right.
I want to know. Yeah, I definitely would. I feel like people would think we're crazy for saying, like, we'd go with aliens.
They probably want to go too. They just don't say it.
I mean, okay. Would you go if there was a promise of coming back?
Yeah.
Would you go if there wasn't?
Yes.
Same.
Yes, right. Yeah. If I can come
Same.
back, cool. If not, hey,
it is what it is. Yeah.
So, question number 14. What do you want to see for DTM in 2022? Merch, guests, etc. And this is a great question because, honestly, the show's going great right now. We're only 6 months in, but, like, in another 6 months, we could be so much further. And by that time, we could be even further. So,
yes.
I'd definitely be down for guests and potential merch. And even if we get to do a meet and greet and be on a panel at, like, a con
That'd
or
be
something,
cool.
I'd be down for that.
Or even if we branched off and started other podcasts.
Yeah, even
where we
if
talk
we
about
do-
other things.
Yeah.
Or even separate podcasts.
Yeah, so I'm down for all of it, really.
I agree. Merch, I definitely, we've talked about doing merch and we want to do merch for sure.
Yeah.
I think for our first, like, merch launch, I'm probably gonna create, like, the designs for it. I feel like that'd be more fun and personal for us.
Yeah.
But, and then you could help, of course. It would be our ideas, but I'll, like, draw it out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As far as guests go, we do plan on having, like, official non-podcasting guests. So currently we're working on 2 projects with fellow podcasters and other shows, so that way we can do collaborations with them. But in our eyes, that's a little different than just having a straight up guest. A guest would be our friends, or I don't know,
or someone that,
just somebody random. Yeah. But we don't want to start doing that until episode 50 because we definitely want you guys to get familiar with us, get comfortable with who we are, get in the groove of things, get used to our voices before we just go and add a whole bunch of.
Just think about how crazy it would be, like, we were to just pop up episode
5 with a guest.
With a guest, like, wait, who?
Because you'd be like, damn, I haven't even gotten comfortable with y'all yet.
Right.
Like, you know?
You guys,
So we wanted to have something under our belt before we just start regularly having guests on our show. But before episode 50, we do have 2 collaborations that we're doing, and we're super excited about those. We can't say too much right now because it's still in the works, but
just be on the lookout for it. It's definitely on the way.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Trying to see if it's still recording. But yeah, so we do have some stuff in the works for DTM, and we're really excited about it. And we hope you guys are too, because why the fuck would you not be?
Exactly. And also, just a thank you to you guys for sending your questions and being curious about how we do our thing and all the little things you want to know. That's cool. I really appreciate that.
We definitely appreciate it. This first Q&A would not have been possible without you guys. So yeah. I don't know, anything else before we continue?
Anything else before continuing? Nope. I say just stick along and enjoy the ride.
Hell yeah. Because it's going to be a wild one.
Yeah.
So now we're going to take the time to thank our sponsors. And when we get back, we're going to be diving into paranormal encounters, the different types. And we're really excited about that. So we hope you guys are too. And we will be right back.
See you.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free and it's easy to use.
There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast straight from your phone or computer, making it the best user experience around.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more, making it so you don't have to upload to each individual platform.
And the best thing about it, you can make money straight from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So please, download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. And that's anchor.fm, spelled ANCHOR.FM.
So what are you doing? Download the free Anchor app now.
And we are back.
Yes, it was a quick little break, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's hop into this paranormal encounters. So with today's episode, we're not necessarily telling paranormal stories or like stories about haunted houses or jokes, or ghosts. We're going to be talking about just different types of paranormal encounters or experiences that one might go through just to kind of ease into the conversation. So I'm excited about this. This is going to be really fun.
Looking at what exactly is a paranormal encounter. A paranormal encounter is related to the claim that an event or perception is psychokinetic, extrasensory, or supernatural.
And you kind of want to go into the differences in those?
And looking at each of those, psychokinesis is to deal with the mind, extrasensory is dealing with each of your five senses, and looking at supernatural.
That's just like shadows,
or
possession,
energy type stuff, or possessions. Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to boot up my computer.
Oh yeah, no worries, man. So before we get deep into it, how are you doing?
I am doing it. I'm doing good.
That's good.
How about you?
I'm doing.
It was a great day today. Like, the day just started out amazing.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
So, yeah. And how are you guys today?
Right.
Let us know. We definitely do want to hear. So.
Right.
Genuinely. So, we're going to quickly just go over the different types of haunting activity that we're going to be covering more in depth in this episode. And the three types of haunting activities that we will be covering today are residual haunting activities, poltergeist activities, and demonic activity. So we got a good little mix today.
Yeah, got a couple of things to check out.
This is going to be fun. I'm excited. Yeah. So first we're going to dive into residual haunting. A residual haunting activity can occur when something traumatic or stressful occurs in somebody's life, such as a murder or a rape or really just any type of traumatic event, a car accident.
Yeah, just anything traumatic, really.
Yeah, a near-death experience. Yeah. We should get into that.
Ooh, yeah, definitely got to check out near-death experiences.
Yeah, that'll be a trip.
There's a couple of stories that seem a little too good to just be like, oh, yeah, no, this is fake. So it'll be fun to check them out.
Fun to dissect those. So negative energy is literally blasted into the atmosphere, causing the atmosphere to imprint or record the events. The entities involved in this residual haunting activity are unaware of their surroundings, and this is not an intelligent haunting. There is no interaction between you and the entity. So they kind of just like roam in their own realm.
Yeah. So in a sense, like it's just energy that's in the
vicinity
that's put out and it's recording the events. It never like bothers you or anything like that, but it's just there.
That's weird as hell.
Yeah.
Like all the time?
Yeah, all the time.
It's always around us?
Yes. Especially like
recording on what though?
Just in the plane, like in the plane of existence. It's not necessarily.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that necessarily a haunting?
It's a haunting because of the energy that's put out. It's just
so is it
it's
spiritual
all about
energy?
It's all about the energy, yeah.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to think about though. That stuff like that is always around because like
constantly going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The next one we're looking at is poltergeist activity, and this one is one that people are usually hearing. I usually hear like, "Oh, it's a poltergeist."
The most common.
Yeah.
This and demonic, I would say.
Definitely. So, poltergeist is derived from a German word meaning noisy spirits, which kind of explains why the stuff that happens.
Right.
So most of the time, in the case of a poltergeist, the haunting is usually around a female in her teen years, which is interesting because it's like, I guess, teen girls have this little, I guess, angst or like energy about them that they put out into the world.
Well, the younger you are, the more close you are to birth. So, you know, your mind is more susceptible to things that are not in our realm, I guess is the best way to put it. So you're more open and in tune to allow those things to communicate with you and interact, which is why makes sense.
Yeah, which is why you'll usually hear kids a lot of times, "Oh, I have an imaginary friend."
Yes, or even people that are getting closer to death. Yeah.
So it's kind of scary.
It is.
Really.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Just like I mentioned, the activity usually starts with knocks and bangs and even moving furniture.
So the classic ghost activity, pretty much.
The classic ghost.
Kind of like the movie Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Literally, that's a good movie. The classic, the original one, though, not the remake. Don't come for me. I hate remakes. Dude, I literally hate remakes.
Remakes are, they don't do the originals justice.
No.
Ever. Like,
especially with Disney. I got a bone to pick with you, Disney. Am I allowed to, like, call them out like this? Who knows? But anyways, The Lion King was trash. Aladdin was a letdown.
Mulan, let's not talk about it.
Right. I have high hopes for Halle Bailey in being the Little Mermaid, but I don't know how high of hopes I have.
I mean, I have high hopes for it because I'm sure she can do it, but it's
just Disney. The remakes have been trash.
What she's given to work with, too.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. But remakes just aren't my favorite. Yeah. Pet Sematary wasn't. I haven't even seen the remake because I don't want to ruin the original for myself because I love the original Pet Sematary. So I'm just real picky about remakes these days. Yeah. Remakes like back in 2010 and earlier, those were good for the most part. But
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that.
These days, after 2010, I don't know. It's a little questionable.
Pretty questionable, yeah. Then the activity will become more intense, manifesting itself through voices and even the appearance of a full apparition.
So kind of like a shadow or...
Kind of like a shadow or even...
or like when the room gets cold.
Yeah, it's like temperature changes or...
And when people hear voices, yeah, for sure. But the knocking and the banging, yeah, that's your classic haunt.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell is that? 3 o'clock in the morning while you...
Right. So the third one is demonic activity. So with this one, demons are entities that never had a mortal human form, which I think we could all say that, yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them have like an origin story where they were like a real person, except for maybe the devil himself, but he wasn't even a person, he was an angel.
Either, yeah.
So... yeah, but like, were the first angels, were they just like created as angels, or were they people and then they died and became angels?
Yeah. Honestly, energy as well. And, like, seeing pictures of what angels are actually supposed to look like is the scariest shit. Like, you should definitely look at it.
I don't even want to see. Why, are they scary?
It's creepy looking.
What do they look like?
It's like there's one. Okay, I think there's archangels that have like 6 wings. So like you'll see 6 wings, and there's kind of like in an orb shape. I'll have to show you sometime.
That's weird. Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah.
So they are considered or extraterrestrial because if you believe that God and his angels are from the heavens, that would make them extraterrestrial. And why is that?
It's because
They're not from here.
Kind of that conversation we had earlier about it being interdimensional deal. Yeah, they're not from here, so it makes them.
In our sense, in our definition of what an extraterrestrial is. Oh, makes sense. Okay. If Satan and 1/3 of the angels rebelled against God's kingdom, then Satan and 1/3 of the angels that became demons are also extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial. That is why they never had mortal human form. So, okay, that is just confusing to me.
But in short, everything's like extraterrestrial, so they all have their own energy. It's just energy, it's just pure energy, not a specific form or anything like that.
Wow, okay. So they're not even people.
No, it's just pure energy. And they can shape.
So are they technically like an aura without a body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, that's what.
Because we're going to get into auras.
Yeah.
Not next episode, but the episode after. So, yeah.
So be prepared, guys. But yeah, no, it's essentially just pure energy. And they can shapeshift to be anything they want, which is...
That's cool. Okay. So, demonic activity comes in 3 different forms. And the first one is as angelic. A being of beauty that will manipulate the person to commit something that is sinful or out of the ordinary. This makes me feel like the devil made me do it. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because he was manipulated into killing his family. Yeah. Okay. Horrific or evil looking. So some people claim they have seen demons that are incredibly hideous to look at. It's believed demons do this for a scare effect. They know what we fear, and this is not their true appearance. Interesting. So they're not actually ugly and scary, and
at least they're believed not to be. We don't really even know their true form.
But what is the scare effect? Well, I guess people do things under scary circumstances that they wouldn't normally do, so I could see why. And the last form is black mist, black fog, black shadow, black smoke. Most demonic hauntings, the occupants claim to be followed by some form of black mist or a black fog. Yeah, this is just a little precursor of a couple of different types of hauntings that one might experience. So you've got the residual haunting, which is your classic, not even a classic. It's more of
just like an energy thing. It's just something you would
an energy shift, if you will. And then you've got your poltergeist, which is your classic haunt. So,
oh my God, did you hear that?
Spirits,
shit flying all over the room.
Yeah, people in different realms.
Right.
Could even be aliens or time travelers, but let's not go there.
Right.
And then we also have demonic, which is like a haunting of Emily Rose, or The Right.
Classic exorcism.
Yeah, that type of stuff. Paranormal activity.
Yeah. Speaking of which,